So much like a lot of you, I always wanted to be a YouTuber as well. But as a teenager stuck in a village, I did not have the guidance, the resources, or anything to be honest. But 7 years later, here I am. I have quit my job to become a full-time content creator, and hands down, content creation has completely changed my life. Hi, my name is Sankho and I have 250k plus followers and 30 million plus views across social media. And today I'm going to take you along the journey that has gotten me here. Like right from the very beginning, I'll tell you how I started, what gear did I had, how did I learn to shoot, how did I learn to edit, and how did I grow this audience of 250k plus people. Because a lot of you guys want to become content creators, but you do not have a good understanding of the timeline, like when can you start earning money, when can you start pitching to brands, and how does it feel to reach 100k subscribers on YouTube. And this is not just a story video. I'll also tell you the top 3 lessons I've learned, one of which is a very detrimental mistake which I want to showcase so that you do not make the same mistakes that I did. So my story starts in a village with just a 10,000 rupee smartphone, and JE just had gotten over and I had some time, like 2-3 months of time at home before college started. I started publishing videos and got almost no traction for the first 2-3 months. I went into college, had a very basic laptop, and I installed Premiere Pro on it. I started editing on that and shooting with my phone. And for the first 6 months, I kid you not, for the first 6 months, I had something around 500-600 subscribers on YouTube, and I was over the moon because 600 used to be a very big number in my mind until one of my videos blew up in the 7th or 8th month. And it got like 500k views in a month, and that video is still the second most highest viewed video on my channel, sitting at over 1 million views right now. And honestly, that was all the motivation I needed to keep going. I just kept making more and more videos, and because I was finally in college with the newfound freedom, I could stay up nights to script, shoot and edit a lot of videos. And towards the end of first year, there is a very important day that I still remember. My first YouTube paycheck, my first earning from YouTube, and it was exactly, I remember the number, $139.42. Barely a little more than 1,000 rupees, but it was life-changing. Not life-changing enough in the amount, but the prospect, the future I could see through this, that I could make enough money from this. New doors were opened then. And by this time the channel has picked up pace. I was getting consistent amount of views. I was almost getting a paycheck from YouTube, something around 10,000-12,000 rupees every single month. And by this time I had also stopped taking pocket money from my parents. But with the money that I was making, I was also saving up little by little to finally buy myself my first ever camera, the Fujifilm X-T200. And in the same second year, I also self-funded my first ever gaming laptop. Not much for gaming, but because gaming laptops are very powerful, it would help me a lot in editing. And honestly, I have almost made 40 to 50 videos by then. My storytelling has improved a lot throughout those 50 videos. With the new camera, my videos looked better, and with the new laptop, my videos could be edited much faster. And somewhere towards the end of second year, I also hit 50k subscribers on YouTube, and I am so proud to say that I reached 50k on YouTube just with my phone. Like it was just around the corner when I bought the camera. But even then, we were just scratching the surface. Third and fourth year were very crucial and very pivotal for both my engineering career and my content career. I landed an internship at Microsoft, then landed a campus placement at another international firm. And through all of this, I was surprisingly still making videos. And by this time, brands have also started reaching out to me to pay me to make videos for them, and I was like over the moon. I had found a whole new way of making money through content, and suddenly AdSense is obsolete. I do not care about that 10,000 rupees coming every single month. Come on, we're big creators now. And sometime in the early fourth year, I think the best moment in every creator's life came. I finally hit 100k subscribers on YouTube.
Some 100,000 subscribers. Just how far have you come? In each of your subscribers were a light year. They could take you from one side of the Milky Way to the other. That's far. And it's why today we are so excited to celebrate your special YouTube journey with you.
And the YouTube silver play button was in my hands. I am sadly shooting this in the office. If I was back at home, I could show it to you right here in my hands. But as soon as that one dream came true, the other dream I was living, aka college life, just ended on a random Thursday. So now I had to move to Hyderabad city for starting my job. And I kid you not, right after college, from the day one of my job, or even before day one of my job, I was already plotting my plan, my escape plan from corporate. And exactly 1 year into the job, I finally put in my papers and I moved to Bangalore to start this content creation agency. this office I'm sitting in right now, that is this agency. And life has changed a lot. But one thing has been constant: content has not stopped. And that, my friend, marks this point of 6+ years of my journey. And I'm currently sitting at 213K on YouTube and 51K, I believe, on Instagram when this video goes live. And here are 3 things that I have taken away from this journey. Number 1, early movers disadvantage. You have already heard everyone talk about early movers advantage, but nobody talks about this. If you get into an industry and start something completely innovative, completely new to that industry, it takes a little time to get your initial set of audience or your initial set of customers, because they are not familiar with your style or your product. So if you get into Indian YouTube and start a whole new genre, which is, I believe, something that I did, that was college vlogs and a lot of college related content from an individual, not a company, an individual talking and documenting their college life. I believe I was one of the first people to do it a lot, and the pros are there. You will always be remembered as this pioneer of this particular genre, but it will also hurt at the start, because people will see you as unfamiliar. It is not something that they watch every day, and it will take you some substantial amount of time to get your initial audience. Packaging is half of the video. See, initially I used to think that, okay, I need to make a good story, a good climax, a good layout, and a good conclusion throughout the video, and that would get me views. Like if I made a good video, people would watch it. Now, that is still sort of true for Instagram and other platforms, but for YouTube, your title and your thumbnail and how they work well with the video is half the equation, if not more. And I had to sadly learn it the hard way.
People don't click, they don't watch.
And it's really simple if you think about it. If people do not click, they will not watch. And I learned it way too late, but now I finally understand the cover of the book is almost, if not more important than the content of the book. So please, if you're on YouTube, make sure you study thumbnails, you study titles, and study how they work well together. Maybe make a list of good looking thumbnails and the thumbnails that has worked, and try to make your own versions out of them. Number 3, you need to treat it like a business. This is honestly the biggest mistake of my content career, that for way too long I treated this as a serious hobby and not a business. Because I did everything alone, from planning to writing to shooting to editing to publishing. Everything was handled by me, solely because I was bad at delegation. And I kid you not, managing to upload 3 to 4 videos of the quality I used to upload while I am a full-time student and doing all of these things alone was a hell of a life. But only after I started working with a manager and an editor, I started to see things falling into place, and I did not need to brute force everything anymore. And that, in my opinion, has aged quite well. Currently I'm working with a fairly small team, and it is good that I am not the only one working in the creative or in the business side. And it is also good because having a team also means that you have salaries to pay. That way you have to be accountable. You cannot slack off. Like before, I could disappear for a month and not post any videos. I cannot do that anymore. I have to be somewhere. I have to make some amount of money from content so that I can pay salaries to these people. So if you want to just become a content creator, start alone and thrive. Do not try to hire people right at the start, because you do not know what you're looking for. You need to have enough expertise to even hire the right people. But if you are looking to make it big, trying to play the long game, you need to learn how to delegate your tasks, how to build a strong team, and how to work together with. And to sum it up, I think the 18-year-old me would not believe anything about my current life. And that goes to show just how much content has changed my life over the last 6 years. And this is just my story. The kind of stories I have heard from my creator friends are even more diabolical. But the next story can be yours. As you know, this content creation series is brought to you by NIAT, a place where students are encouraged to have successful content creation careers. And not just content creation. If you're interested in data science, artificial intelligence, or machine learning, NIAT is a perfect place because they promote practical learning and real skill development. Therefore, I will highly suggest clicking the first link in the description to check out all they have to offer. And while you're down there, do hit the subscribe button, because you do not want to miss the next episode that's coming over here. We are going to delve much more deeper into how you can start content creation.